and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a video on my thoughts on Star Wars Resistance. It's nothing particularly great, unfortunately, or in my opinion it isn't. I mean, it looks okay-ish. I mean, I'll definitely be checking it out more than anything because of curiosity, it doesn't particularly spike my interest. I mean, I don't know, I can't tell if it's because the trailer was really boring or if it was because it was so short. It was literally like a minute and 1 second long trailer. It was more like a first look. They even say, yeah, the first look at Star Wars Resistance. And unlike, say, the Doctor Who trailer, again, which was less somehow than 1 minute, that one didn't give us a release date, whereas at least this, we have a release date of the 7th of October, but what is weird is that I didn't notice this until, I looked at the comment section of the video and saw that someone made the point that it's apparently going to be airing on the 7th of October, but at 10 PM, but it's a kids show. Don't really get how that works, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be a bit of an odd one. It's supposedly supposed to be taking place even in the Star Wars universe before Episode 7, so you've got Poe Dameron and BB-8, so two characters that we are familiar with if you've seen Episodes 7 and 8, which obviously you're expected to have, so in that respect it does kind of feel like a lot like, say, the Star Wars, or the Doctor Who equivalent would be Doctor Who's spin-off series Class, that only got the one series, because the first episode of that had the Doctor in it, and it's weird because it's like by the time the Doctor left, you were just like, actually, I just would rather watch more episodes of Doctor Who, really, because he was the best bit of Class, and yet here, yeah, as I say, it's a very similar sort of thing. I'd rather just watch a series with BB-8 and or Poe Dameron, but we get this other character, I can't even remember the name of him, and the only character that I like the look of is, who isn't already known in the Star Wars universe, is this like green alien dude. He looks alright, I guess. The animation's sort of 2D-esque and or hand-drawn-esque nature instead of the 3D that I've come to know with the other Dave Filoni Star Wars TV shows such as Star Wars Clone Wars and Rebels. I don't like the animation. The only thing I do like is that the vibrant colours do pop and are very sort of eye-catching, and I know that kids will like that, and they are going for a kid demographic, but yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing, like, moving further away from that, you've got Rebels in slap bang in the middle, where it towed the line well of being something that had some darker, more intense moments here and there, but it also had the light-hearted stuff, but then you've got Clone Wars, which was very sort of, in the later seasons, from what I understand, very dark, very gritty, and very intense and serious and if anything a bit too serious for some people, but it still had some jokes here and there, like in season 2 and or 3. I think I only got up to season 3 or 4, I can't remember when I stopped watching. It's just that in the UK I don't think they fully aired all of Star Wars: The Clone Wars on Cartoon Network, which is a shame. But yeah, and I've seen sort of seasons 1 through however many of Rebels as well. Like, I've seen up to the bit where Tom Baker's Fourth Doctor is in Rebels as the Bendu and the giant alien character. I mean, Captain Phasma's in this as well, oddly enough. I don't get how that works, but yeah, she's going to be in it. I don't know, I mean, animation-wise, if anything, it reminds me of the Tron animation Disney show, which, I don't know, I always got confused about with that, because that would have made sense for it to be 3D animated, because that was you know, a property based off of virtual reality and computer reality and world, so it would have made more sense for them to do a 3D animated thing, but they never did. They did, as I said, 2D sort of stuff, but on computer, of course, because no one does celluloid stuff anymore, unfortunately, because it's a technique that I like. But yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one. It's odd. You know, I think hopefully it'll succeed for the kids who watch it and that. And it's weird. It's like, I think the main two story, if you can even call them that, strands for this is that one is that Poe Dameron has this like mission thing for the kid, the main protagonist. Let's call him Jeff, because I can't think of, I don't even remember his name, but let's say Jeff is tasked by Poe Dameron to see who is a good guy and a bad guy and spy on these people, I think, and find out who might be working for the First Order. And then the other thing is something to do with these spaceships, which kind of remind me of spaceships from Cowboy Bebop, an anime that I have seen a handful of episodes for. So yeah, they might be going for an anime style, they might not be, I don't know, but I haven't watched enough anime to make a well-structured comment on the style being like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, again, I want it to do well, but there's nothing interesting me to want to see it other than there's so little in this trailer and the humour is very slapstick, even for me, very on the nose, very, as I say, very sort of childish and kiddish, and if anything, unfortunately, the comparison for me would be very much like how the comedy in Doctor Who has been like in recent memory, which is a shame. But yeah, I don't know, I mean, again, I think people, myself included, are just upset that the sort of stuff like Clone Wars, well, not Clone Wars, but definitely Rebels now has ended. Clone Wars is going to get one more season to fully wrap up. It's kind of sad that there's no real Star Wars animation-y thing like those two beforehand, you know, and to be honest, at first I thought this wasn't even made by Dave Filoni because it just looked so different visually, but also story-wise. It just didn't have any real substance, or as much substance as the other two had, even if they were both fairly childish at first, which both Clone Wars or Rebels and Clone Wars were even very childish or skewed towards a younger demographic. But even then, as I say, they both seem to have more substance than this does currently, and that, which is a shame. I don't know, I mean, again, it could surprise me, it could develop to be something, you know, better than I'm expecting, which more credit to it if it does that, and I hope it does, you know, but I just don't see it doing that. But as I say, I'm willing to have my expectations, you know, changed even, you know, and that, because I'd rather say that it doesn't look great and then be totally, as I say, surprised by how better it is, than be like, yeah, it's garbage, and then watch it and it still be garbage. But yeah, those were my thoughts on the Star Wars Resistance trailer or first look, whatever the hell you want to call it, thing. I hope you liked the video, and please do comment below what you think of the Star Wars Resistance trailer, first look, whatever the fuck you want to call it.